Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So, where we are? Athasalini, page number 304.
So we are in the kusalavipāka manodhatu.
Yeah. Kusalavipāka manodhatu. Paragraph number 455. So before we go there, last week I got it 2 words to check. One is Kabbasa Pichu Pinda. Kabbasa Pichu Pindi. So I check in the dictionary for Myanmar and English. Then they are mentioning Kabbasa means what? Cotton plant. Okay, the plant. It refers to a tree or plant. Okay, Kabbasa. Pichu is a patala. Patala is a layer. Okay, layer like a cloud of a layer clouds. So if you fly, if you take a flight, then there you can see in the sky, the clouds are there, one layer after another. So that sort of layers are called what? So in the case of a cotton also, so the thing that produced by a plant, a cotton plant, okay, in that product, there are many layers, okay, many layers in the cotton. So that layers are called pichu. And then pinda means a collection. So collection of these layers of the cotton, okay. So Kabbasa Pichu Pinda is like this, the collection of layers of cottons. Okay, Kabbasa Pichu Pinda. Then what? Then another word. Another word is Eta Majada. Eta Majada. Eta is just a desirable object because it is a result of a kusala. Okay, that will be desirable. Okay, desirable sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Eta, regarding the Eta Majada, the Eta Majada is unchecked in the Tipitaka Pali Myanmar dictionary as well as in the commentaries and the sub-commentaries, and then they are mentioned. So Eta Nja Majadenja. So Eta and Majada are referring to the same name. It is Eta as well as Majada. So here Eta Majada, both referring to the what? So which is neither undesirable object nor exceedingly desirable object. So it means what? It means a kind of what? Pleasant object. So in that sense, Eta Majada will make not much different, but it may be different in terms of the what? In terms of the intensity of the what? Being desirable or being desirable. Yeah. That sort of thing is referred to Eta Majjata. So then it will be clear in the case of the Somanasa, in the case of the two Mano Vijnana Dhatu, in this group of the Ahetuka Kusalavipāka Citta. So because one is the Somanasa Sandhirana, another is the Ubekha Sandhirana. So in that case, Somanasa Sandhirana takes the desirable object, eta object. But for the Ubekha Sandhirana, it takes eta Majjata object. Then there become what? Ubekha Sakata Citta. So, but both of them are the result of a kusala. Okay, result of a kusala. That's why it is desirable, but it remains neutrality. Even though encounter with the desirable object, it is that citta. In terms of sensation, it is what? Upekha, or neutrality. So that sort of thing. So last time we found.
So Sayadaw,
Yes.
so does that mean that eta is similar to ati eta, and then eta majjata is just normal eta then?
Yeah, it also reasonable.
Right, because so in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, what is that? Abhidhamma we have eta and ati eta, right?
Yeah, adi eta ramana. So yeah, adi eta ramana is something like a Buddha object. Okay, the object of the Buddha, Dhammasaṅgaṇī, like that.
Yeah, because then we know that for the ati eta, then the Sandhirana citta has to have the somanasa.
Somanasa Sandhirana. Yeah.
And then for the just eta, then it's the Upekha, yes. Okay.
So let's go to 455. Okay. Manodhatu Nedese. So in the detailed description of the mind element. Sabhava Sonyada Nesatatena Manoyewa Dhatu Manodhatu. So Manodhatu is there. So that should be what understood as a mind itself is element. Okay. Manoyewa Dhatu. What is that? Awadharana. Kamadharaya Samasa.
Yes.
So mind itself is no other. So why it is a God Dhatu? So the reason for being called as element is Sabhava Sonyada Nesatatena. So Sabhava Sonyada Nesatatena. Where is Sabhava, nature. So Sabhavata, you can take it Atta. The last word Atta can join with the three component parts. Sabhava Atta, Sonyada Atta, Nesata Atta. Okay. So Sabhavata, we can simply say. Sabhavata means in the sense of the nature. And then Sonyadata in the sense of the what? Emptiness from the soul. Okay? Emptiness from the soul. So there is no soul, just element. Then Nesadatina. Nesada means no being. So mind itself is just an element. We cannot regard it as a being, sentient being. So in that sense, it is a God Dhatu. Nature, in the sense of the nature, in the sense of the emptiness, in the sense of the not sentient being. So that's why mind itself is a core. Mind itself is element. So that is manodhatu. That's why we call manodhatu. Okay. Sa, this is manodhatu. Chakku viññāṇa dina anandaram. So regarding the characteristic here, characteristic of the mind element is Chakku viññāṇa dina anandaram rupadi vijñāṇana lakhana. So it has a characteristic of a knowing, sight, or visible object, etc. So anandaram, after. Anandaram, maybe we can simply say without any interval. Okay, without any interval, but just right after the Chakku viññāṇa, etc. So whenever visible object is there, then Chakku viññāṇa citta takes this, knows this object first, knows this object. And then after that, manodhatu, know the object, okay, know the visible object. So right after the Chakku viññāṇa, Soda viññāṇa, etc. Rupadina sampadijana rasa. The function is what? The function of the mind element is sampadijana, acceptance. Acceptance of the, or accepting visible object, etc. Tatha bhava paccupatthana. Tatha bhava paccupatthana. So it appears in our mind, it manifests in our mind as what? As it is. Tatha bhava. Tatha bhava. Tatha bhava here is translated as Tatha bhava. Tatha means the same nature. The same nature referring to what? The sampadijana. Accepting the visible object, etc. Acceptance of the visible object. So, and if we are a very sharp, a meditator who practice with a very keen interest, now you go very much detail in the mental process. Then there it will appear in our mind. Whenever sampadijana, this was sampadijana citta arises, it will manifest in our mind as, oh, this citta is accepting the object, a visible object, sight, sounds, smell, taste, touch, etc. So that's called Tatha bhava paccupatthana. And then Padadhana, approximate cause is very similar to the Chakku viññāṇa, etc. So Chakku viññāṇa di apākama Padadhana. So going away or cessation, okay, cessation of the Chakku viññāṇa, etc. So without cessation of the Chakku viññāṇa, the previous one, then somebody's jhana citta will not have a right to take place. So that's why the cessation of the previous citta, that is conscious, Chakku viññāṇa, eye consciousness, etc., is proximate cause for the manodhatu, sampadijana citta to arise. So ida, in this is sampadijana citta, and also it is called manodhatu. Ahiduka kusalavipāka manodhatu. So Dhammasaṅgaṇī say, so when the Buddha enumerate the Dhamma that arise together with this consciousness, then the Buddha, there you can see Dvadasa Padani Hondi, there are 12 Vedas. Okay. So as we have seen in the chart. Okay, chart is here. So in the chart here, you can see Manodhatu, Ubekasagada, Manodhatu, then there the Modesa. Altogether 12 Vedas, except the 2 Yevapanaka Dhamma. If you add 2 Yevapanaka Dhamma, then there will be 14. Radhasabharani, then if you look at the Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, page number 4, paragraph number 455, there also you can see Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, and then Jidana, Chitta. So this is a Phassa group, and then from the Jhana group there you can see Vitakka, Vichara, Ubekha, Chitta, Sikakata, 4. Give 4 jhana fetas there. And also then if you look at the Indriya group, then there you see Manindriya, Ubekhendriya, and Jividendriya. So 3 Indriyas are there. Altogether we have 12 Vedas in the Dhammodesa. So among these 12 Vedas, if you take only the new one, Abhidhamma, by taking only the one that has not yet been taken, then there you can count only 9 Vedas. Okay, because Jeta, Manindriya, okay, and then Jeta, Manindriya are referring only to only one thing, and then Vedana, Ubekhendriya, Ubekha, the same thing, like that. So you can, there can be only 9 if you take without repeating the same Dhamma again. Then Desu Satta Avipattikani, and then 7 Dhammas are not to be analyzed because they just appear only one time. Dve Savipattikani, 2 Dhammas are to be analyzed like a Citta and Vedana. So because they appear as a Phassa Pañcamaka group, as a member of Phassa Pañcamaka group, or as a member of the Indriya. And then what? Adhimauko Manasikaro, the Dve Yevapanaka. So there will be 2 Yevapanaka Dhamma. They are Adhimauka and Manasikara. Okay, Adhimauka decision, Manasikara attention, paying attention. So these 2. So if we add, there will be 14. So then the other things are, then the Buddha continued to explain one after another, like a Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Jidana, Chitta. And then there is no difference. But regarding the Vitakka, so in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, page number 461, Vitakka is there. So unlike any other, unlike previous explanations of the Vitakka regarding kusala, akusala, okay. So here, the explanation is shorter than before. So here, what the Buddha says, Vitakko Sangapo, Apana, Vyapana, Chitaso, Vinirobana, like that. So in the in the other cases, the Buddha used, if it is a kusala chitta, then the Buddha uses samma sankalpa. If it is akusala, then miccha sankalpa, like that. But here is no such mention. So that is a little bit difference here and significant in this chitta. Vitakka nidhi, so in the Vitakka nidhi is the description of the Vitakka. Abhinirobanam papidoa, tabido. Tabido means a place, blazing. It is blaze. Vidyaga just place the object. Pabidova, having made to reach. Okay, having made the reach. Having made or causing something to reach. Abhinirobhanam. Abhinirobhana means what? Forwarding, putting forward. So
It's like a fixing.
Facing.
Yeah, fixing one's mind upon something.
Yeah. Vidyaga is just trying to put. In Myanmar we go ayundo sheshu dinye. Vidyaga, with the help of Vidyaga, we the mind, okay, mind focus, okay, on the object, okay. So that sort of thing. So just place the mind on the object. Okay, not much thing. So, but that one is also very important. I've been thinking about the Vidyaga because Vidyaga played a very important role to establish a concentration. So without Vidyaga, so as we have studied there before, without Vidyaga, there no jhana is possible. So that reminds me a lot. So then the importance of the Vidyaga. And also, if a Vidyaga runs from one object to another, it will be a problem. Okay, so to remain on the object, Vidyaga has to play again and again to remain on the object one time after another, so repeatedly. So only then that will be followed by the vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata, like that. So, but if you practice meditation, it is very obvious. The mind is running from one object to another. So long as we let our mind run from one object to another, then we will not be able to discern the objects very clearly. No, we will not be able to know the advantage and disadvantage, and also the process of this object, how this object is processing. Suppose if you have a difficulty in breathing, so in your chest, maybe pain is there. So what do you do? So we try in many ways, right? We do release, okay, to release from that sort of pain. So, but rather we fail to focus on the pain or chest pain in the chest. Then we made the chance to know to know the processing, how it is working, how it is happening. So that's why it is, maybe we can say, failure or the Vidyaga. Vidyaga, we fail to put the Vidyaga again and again on an object, on the same object. So Abhinirobhana Bhabhidava Tapido Vidyaga. So yasama bana edan jidan newa gusalam na agusalam. Dasama, okay, yasama dasama. Okay, therefore, yasama means Yes, my dasma, if you make a Pali sentence, this is a cause and effect. So, this jada, idan jadan, this jada. Even though that jada, Vidaka put the mind on the object. But this jada is neither kusala nor akusala. Therefore, it is not mentioned by the Buddha as Dhammasaṅgaṇī or Major Saṅgaṇī. So, even though it puts on the object, the mind on the object, but it is because it is not kusala nor akusala. The jada is a. That's why in the Pāṭividaka, the Buddha didn't describe as Samma Saṅgaṇā or Major Saṅgaṇā. Okay, that structure also very Bali structure also very simple, but it is useful to describe cause and effect. Sangha vari labba manambi janangam pañcaviññāṇā sodi paditawa kadandi. So even though it is available in the Sangha Vada, so collection session, so grouping session. So and it will be grouped as a jhana and so on, but it cannot become a jhananga, jhana fetter. So Vidaka is there, but the Vidaka would that associate with the somebody jhana jeta will not be counted as a jhana fetter. Why? The reason is Jananga. Pañcaviññāṇā sodi paditawa kadandi. It goes having fault on the stream of the high consciousness. That is what? Eye consciousness, ear, nose, tongue, and body consciousness. So mental stream is like this. So in the mental stream, that if and goes in the another mental stream, like a javana or whatever, then that may be included as a jhana fetter. But maybe unfortunately, that falls in the stream of the what? Pañcaviññāṇā. So after the Jagu Viññāṇā that arises, that's why. So Jagu Viññāṇā Jeta is also weak. So it cannot be supported for the Sampadejana Jeta, and also as well as Vidaka and the Sampadejana Jeta to be strong enough to become a jhana fetter. That's why it is not included in the jhana. Vidaka cannot be counted as Vidaka in the Sampadejana Jeta cannot be counted as jhana fetters. And also Megangambana Nalavadi Yiva.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Yes.
So in that sentence, how can we get the negative meaning, Sayadaw? I don't see a negative word.
I also have the same question.
Can you say again? I didn't hear.
So in that sentence, Sangha Vare Lapamanam Vijananga Pañcaviññāṇā sote patitoa gatanti. We don't see the negative word, but in the translation, that it is not the jananga.
Ti gadanti and then nalabadi yewati. Then the last one. Then you continue to. The word is just not finished yet. The sentence. Magangambana nalabadi yewati na odada.
So there is no period after the word gatanti,
No.
In our application, there's a period. So it's like a different sentences.
No. In my book is like this, like a comma. comma, we have we got poti poma. So in Myanmar way, we have only two. If the sentence is totally finished, then we have a two lines. Okay. How maybe.
Yes. In Myanmar, yes, two vertical lines.
Yeah,
End of the sentence,
two
yes.
vertical line. But here is only one vertical line after kadandi. Then it means the sentence is not yet completed. Not yet complete. Okay.
But then we have the word pana after that. So does that mean that these two is like the two clauses, but these two clauses are not related? I mean, okay, related in a sense that they are not the same. So pana is like the pakantara, it goes to the other part. So even though that it is jananga, but it's not maganga.
You may, yeah, it will be like that for the readers. Let me see. Lava manajan Pañcaviññāṇāni sodi, then na ordered. Making Bana. The common for both of them, both of the Jananga Magenga in the case of Vitaka is the main word that should be connected is na ordered, the last word. Okay, na ordered. Not ordered and not mentioned. Okay. So Jananga is not mentioned because of this. Maganga is not mentioned because it is how to say Maganga, but the way the reason for then not being included is not the same. The reason is not the same. They have a different reason, okay, for being excluded from these jhana, feta, and mega feta. Vidyaga in the Sampadejana is excluded from the jhana, fetas, and mega fetas. But the reason is different. Okay, so that's why the formation, the sentence structure also maybe different. So first one, we let me make you clear. Sanghawari, even though, in the Sanghawara, lava manambi, even though Vidaka is there. Janangam, lava manambi. So it should be added. Lava mana and labadi, na labadi yiwa. You just compare lava mana and na labadi yiwa. In the lava manam janangam. Okay. So jhana feta, because as you see in the chart, as a jhana feta, it appear. Okay. Vidaka appear as jhana feta. But for the mega is not mentioned totally. Okay. Much less to say some or Dhammasaṅgaṇā or nothing is mentioned about the mega. So
yeah, so does that mean that it is jananga but not maganga, Sayadaw?
Yeah.
So it is
Vidaka,
jananga, right, Sayadaw?
Yeah, Vidaka is available in the jhana group. Okay, but it is not counted as a jhana feta. Okay. Vidaka that associate with the Sampadejana Citta cannot be counted as a jhana feta. Even though it may be there, it is a Vidaka. But simple Vidaka not work as a jhana feta because it goes in the stream of the Pañcaviññāṇā. Or maybe you can simply say no, it appear right after the Pañcaviññāṇā Citta. But for the Maganga Jita, it totally not available. So Vidaka as a Maganga is not available in the even in the list. Okay. But as a jhana group, it appear in the jhana group, but they don't count as jhana feta. But for the Maganga, it is not available, totally not get. So because in the chart you see only Phasa group, jhana group, Indriya group only, no Magga group. Okay.
So the next question is, what is the word iti after the gatang? Why is it put the iti there?
Iti, therefore, not older than.
No, that is the iti after the ye what? I'm asking about the iti after the word
both of them.
gatanti.
Both of them. Both of them.
Ah.
Yeah. Because of they reach because of that, Vidaka is not mentioned, not older than. Vidaka is not mentioned as a jhana feta. Okay. And then again, Vidaka is not mentioned because of it is not counted. Mega Rasi is not counted there as a Maganga. So because two reasons are given, then for the one result. Okay, two causes are given for the one result. It means Vidaka Janingan na Odadam, and then Magingan na Odadam. Okay, for the in the Sangawara, even though Vidaka is there as a jhana feta, but it is not mentioned as a jhana feta. But for the to become a mega is because it does not get in the very beginning. Or mega group is not there. That's why mega to become a mega peta is much less to say. Okay. Now older than so ed two eds are both of them you have to translate as a because of. Okay. And also not it should be connected with the na older than. Jananga na older than, Maginga na older than.
Okay, I see. So even though this Vitaka is said as the Jananga in the Sanghawara, but in reality, it's not Jananga. That's what it means, right? So
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay, now that understood. Sonyada Waro, Bhagati go you are. Okay, in the Sonyada Wara, it is very clear, obvious. It is obvious. Bhagatiga. Imasa Jedasa Vatu Nivadam. So base of the Jeda is base of the Sambadijana Jeda is fixed. That is what? Ni Haraya Vatu Mewa Hodi. So it is only hard base. So somebody jana jeta. So it depends on the hard base. So as we have a study in the Abhidhamma Piṭaka, the last chapter, Vatu Sangha there. Then somebody jana, the base of the somebody jana is a hard base. And then Dwara Ramanani Anibadani, the object, the door and objects are not fixed, changeable. The door and object for the Samadhijana is changeable, not fixed. Because as you see, it follows not only to the Jagu Vinyana Jeta, Soda, Ghana, Jewa, Kaya Vinyana Jeta also, it follows. And also it is maybe it may appear in the door or the eye, in the ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door also. So in terms of the object also, it may take sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. That's why here mentioned Dwara Ramanani Anivadani. So doors and objects are not fixed. So Data they are in Kinjabi Dwara Ramanani Sangamandi. So even though door and object are changeable, Sangamandi means what? Sangamandi, Kamu, the goals is movable. It moves. But Thanambana Ekam, but the base is only one. So as you see in the Kecha Sangaha or the Abhidhamma Sangaha, okay, Bhaginaga chapter, Kecha. So the function of the Chitta, there are 14 functions of the Chittas are giving, as well as in the same session, the base, the place or working place, Thana. Okay, there are 10 working place for these Chitta. So for the Sampadejana Chitta, the working place is only one, that is Sampadejana working place. Okay, the door and object may be changeable. Here, the way of writing is also interesting. Kinjabi. Okay. Kinjabi Dwara Ramnani Singamandi. Thanambana Ekam. Even though, okay, the English structure we can recognize is even though doors and objects are changeable, but Thana is the working place is only one. Somebody jana keja mewa hi eda hodi. Somebody jana keja mewa hi eda hodi. Dijeda. It is true. Dijeda. The function of the jeda is what? Somebody jana keja. So working place and function are the same. Ida hi panja dwari panjasu aramanisu sampadejana hodowa vibhajati. So vibhajati. So as we have a study before regarding the vibhajati. So if we translate it directly, the word cause to produce, it makes something produce. But here we can simply say it happens, it arises. The Jada arises in 5 doors, taking what? Or receiving, like having received 5 objects. Okay, the Sampadejana Jada arises. Kusala vibhage su Cheku Viññāṇāti su Nirodhe su Tang Samanandara Tani wa Thanapadani Rubaramanadini Sampadejati. So they Jada accept Sampadejati, visible object, etc. that they reach to Tani Ewa Thanapadani. Reach to where? Reach to the place. Let me see. So in the Sayadaw translation, Kusala vibhage su Cheku Viññāṇāti su Nirodhe su. When Kusala vibhaga, Cheku Viññāṇa Citta, etc. cease to exist. Tang Samanandara, right after these Citta, these Panja Viññāṇa Citta, Thanapadani. So Thanapada. Pada means arrive at. Thana means place. Arrive at to its place. Okay. Maybe the object is there. Maybe firstly this object is received by the Chaku Viññāṇa Citta. And then it transferred after the cessation of this Chaku Viññāṇa Citta, but the object is still remain, then it goes and then reach to the place of the Sampadejana. So that's a God Thanabhata. Okay, Thanabhata. It reach to the place of the is place. Okay, and Daniwa Arubaramanadi. Dani Ewa. So Rubaramanadi ni. We have to join Dani Ewa, Daniwa with the Rubaramanadi ni. Okay, Dani Ewa, Rubaramanadi ni. Only do these objects led by the Ruba, visible object, etc. Somebody jadi accept. So somebody jana jeta accept no other object, but the object pass through the Chaku Viññāṇa, etc. And also it does not go and take to another place. Only when it reaches to its place, it accepts these objects. That is about the Manodhatu, Sampadejana Citta. So regarding go to the next one.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Yes.
So the word tang samanantara refers to manodhatu, right, Sayadaw?
Tang Samanandara. Yeah.
So that is the subject of the sampatichati, right, Sayadaw?
Sampadejati, yeah. Sampadejati. Tang Samanandara. Tang Samanandara is not a subject here. Tang Samanandara means what?
I think it refers to manodhatu.
It is a what?
It's the
is-
mind that goes right after that citta, and that citta refers to the Chaku Viññāṇa and so on.
And let's consider in terms of the word formation, grammatical form. In terms of the form, grammatical formation, then what is that word? Tansamanandara.
I think it's Bahubili Samasa, right?
No, the function of this word, the whole word. The function. It is as a adverb.
No, Samanandara is adverb.
Mm-hmm.
So we divide tang plus Samanandara. Samanandara is adverb. Tang, I think, is referred to that Sampadejana, because Sampadejana, that is a neutral gender. That's why if we take as object, that is tang, right?
Samanandara.
No, I think it refers to manodhatu. Manodhatu is feminine gender, so that's why it's the tara.
Yeah, very good.
So Samanandara, which was just after.
Yes,
right?
so that's after the Chaku Viññāṇa, right after Chaku Viññāṇa.
Ta is what?
Yeah, ta refers to Chaku Viññāṇa. I think so.
Yeah, ta is Canc'edviññāṇa.
Yes.
It refers to, yeah. Ta does not refer to the Sampadejana Citta. That's right. So ta Samanandara, just right after this Chaku or this pipe, the Canc'edviññāṇa Citta.
Yes.
So as a whole, it is it's just the adverb, right? Ta Samanandara Vibhajati, Sampadejati. Okay. Tang Samanandara Sampadejati. So
No.
it accepted right after the Chaku Vinyana, Panja Vinyana Chitta.
Then why is it in the R? It's a long R at the end, you know.
Now, Dansamanandara,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Dansamanandara. Chame. So in Myanmar, we say it is located. Samanandara. Samanand. It should be what? And if we say locative, it should be with the A. And Samanandara. So it is. What do you think?
So that's what I think. I think it refers to Manodhatu. It refers to Sampaticchana. But
That
here
means-
it doesn't refer to Sampaticcanang Citta, but it refers to Manodhatu. So that's why it's feminine gender.
Manodhatu. They don't say somebody as the Mano this what? Dhammasaṅgaṇī don't use somebody gender.
Yes.
Right?
So we're talking about Manodhatu right here. So you know.
Manodhatu is the feminine gender. So if we take one according to word formation, if we take that's a
Sayadaw. So according to the explanation is Samananda is ablative case, usually used as the ablative case. It has meaning like immediately after. The meaning is adverb meaning. The case ablative case.
Ablative.
Yes.
Very good. So the problem is, I'm trying to locate Chattasangayana. No. Tipitaka Pali Myanmar dictionary. Luckily, there is such a word. Dansamanandara. Da Sam Anandara. So right after this. Okay, right after this. So Dansamanandara. Let me see. Dansamanandara. The same day. Not much explanation is giving. Anandara. Let me check in the Anandara one. In the case of Anandara, so because the problem is there. Ablative is okay, right? Ablative is ablative case.
Well, if we take it as the ablative case, then the word tang samanantara refers to something. After something.
Yes, that's right.
So
So then it doesn't make sense. After something. So it sampaticchana, it accepts those rupa ramanas and so on after something. Then it doesn't make sense.
After this data, after Panja Vinyana.
But then if that's the case, and the tang samanantara means the Chakku Vinyana and so on, then what is tang in that case?
Then refer to Panja Vinyana. Chakku Vinyana Disu. Panja Vinyana.
Yeah, but then what is samantara?
Samanandara after this Cheda. After this Chakku Vinyana, after this Panja Vinyana Cheda.
So okay, so if you said that tang is Chakku Vinyana and so on, and then samanantara means after those, and then what is the ablative case?
After.
So we have after, right, Sayadaw?
Samanandara means after.
Yeah.
Right after.
Yeah.
Right after those Cheda. Right after Panja Vinyana Cheda. Accepts. So accept. The subject is here because the problem is the subject is omitted. Okay, subject is omitted. So we can understand that Sambadejati and Vipajati the same then, just previous sentence. And then there is Idam. Idam, Dejeta, Vipajati happen or arises. And then Dejeta accepts. Okay, Dejeta accept right after, accept the Ruparamana, basic object and so on, right after Pañcaviññāṇa Citta.
And then again, Sayadaw says, I said, I mean, the tongue, so tongue refers, as Sayadaw said, it refers to Chakru Viññāṇa and so on, right? Samanantara refers to right after, right? And then now we have an ablative case. It also has the meaning of right after. So after, right after those.
Can you say, I lost the connection, sorry.
Can you hear me now, Sayadaw?
Now I hear you, yes. Okay.
Yes, so we have the tongue. Tongue refers to the Pañcaviññāṇa, right? And then Samanantara means right after, right?
Yes.
And then now we see the word tongue, Samanantara, as the ablative case. So it has another sense of after. So we have two afters.
You are talking with the ablative is one sense, Anandara is one sense, and then yeah, maybe abda like that.
Then it's very strange, you know.
Let me see.
So Sayadaw,
Yes.
the PTS explain if it's samanantara is like adjective, that means immediate. But usually using ablative case as a verb, so the meaning is immediately after, just after, like that.
Yeah, interesting point. You see, and in the Dipitaka Pali Myanmar dictionary, so I check in the word Anandara. Okay, Anandara, the word itself is called Abhyaya. Abhyaya means indeclinable particle, the lower. Yeah, Nibada, indeclinable. One of the indeclinable. Anandara is service. So Anandara, if you use Anandara, then so we don't need to divide ablative or whatever. Okay. Then they say what like Andara. Andaraja Raja Gahan, Andaraja Nalandan, right? So in the
is Anandara, right? They can have the meaning locative, they have meaning the ablative case, all this meaning.
No, here. Not many. Here mentioned Anandara it is like Andara. It is indeclinable particle in the sense of the locative sense. So the reference
ablative is also.
No. No, I'm talking from the reference. Okay. So Anandara is like Andara. It is indeclinable particle, the whole word. So in the sense of the locative, so reference you can look at the Sadanidi Sudamala page number.
Not page number. I think this is Sutta number.
No. Page number.
Ready?
Page number it is mentioned. Page number 312. Sadanidi Sudamala. So there are many such references as I explained you. And Anandara ko Ananda. Sada Badu Bawa. Ulara Wano Meyeko Samukhi Badu Hosi. So Nandara Asawanan Kaya Hodi, like that. Nandara. So in Myanmar, we translate Anandara is not ablative sense, but the located sense. Samanandara here, then Samanandara also here, the same. So if you take that way, it is okay. Then Samanandara, we don't need to consider two after or whatever. Okay. Then Samanandara means right after what? Right after the Pañcaviññāṇa citta. It accept. This is manoda to accept visible object and so on. So it's okay. Anandara now today, because of discussion from the Mr. Raya, we got to explore. Okay.
I really like. I have to think about this. I really like the idea that it refers to the manodhatu.
So can you explain me again about this? We will listen.
No, it just then I said before. So I mean, it refers to manodhatu. So that's why it is the feminine gender, and it's the bahupi samasa. It means it arises the citta that arises right after tongue, and tongue refers to chakku viññāṇa and so on.
So you want to take it dan samanandara as a bhobi samasa?
Yes,
Bhobi samasa means dan and samanandara.
Yes.
Yes, samanandara. So how can we say bhobi as a bhobi? How can we make?
Samanandara.
Or can you say a form, one form of the bhobi in a simple example? Not this one, maybe another.
So in fact, yeah, Ovi, I'm also trying to look for the example of the word anandara, because we have a lot of in the previous paragraphs, we have a lot of words refer to this, like anandara right after. Maybe last time or so on. I'll look into that, and we'll discuss more next time. So,
Very good.
I really like this idea.
So we'll find more.
Yes,
Very interesting that way. More active. And also I try to explore here there. So luckily I got one of the explanation from the Tipitaka Pali Myanmar dictionary. So that's it.
So Sayadaw.
Yes.
Yeah, according to the explanation, it says andara kedo tatami ane nai phedo niba. So yes, the meaning is satami, but it's like andara, right? Like andara, the meaning is satami. But according to the translation, you see, in the following translation, achame nai, achama ma. So that means we can have two cases, locative and ablative. I mean, according to the translation, I'm not to say that explanation. Right?
Yeah. The translation is given here. Maybe you can see. Yeah. So translation is given in two ways, as you say, night and ma. So
yes, two cases.
Then there you may find the not only Sadami, but also Banjami also you may find. That's why the Sayadaw here, they translate in two ways in Myanmar also. The mostly we use as locative sense. We use in the locative sense. That's correctly what you say is right. Nai and ma, two ways are explained, but the two ways are given two types of explanation, translations are giving, but the explanation is only one explanation is giving. So what I encourage you is to read the Saranidhi Sutta Mala, that reference, and then there you may get in the sense of Panchami also. This is possible. Okay.
So maybe we also need to read the the Tika. See,
Tika?
they have this. Yes. Do they have this explanation or not?
No. There's no explanation about that. Anandara, maybe in the if we find in the text, Anandara, sometimes in the commentary explanation. Because Anandara, oh, I found that. Anandara, what is that? Many words. So the Nandaradi, many locations. You can find it out in the commentary.
Yeah,
In
then
the
also, yes, also in the Mulatika, there is also a word tadanantarang, right? We see this a lot, but now it's in the accusative case. Tadanantarang. I think it's maybe a nominative or accusative, I don't know. But we also have that. So also in the paragraph 455, there is the
let me see.
we have yadi tadanantarang nete so tang so tapat patitata and so on. I'm not sure what he's explaining here, but the only thing that I'm focusing on is that we also have the word tadanantarang. And it's not in the locative or ablative or whatever, but it's a different case. So I think here it should be it refer to something.
Let me see where it is. Tadanandaran, you found it?
Yeah, it's on page 126, in Mulatika.
126 in Mulatika. Let me check. We have a tie. Mulatika 126. Oh, got it. Tadanandara. Oh, this about this, huh? Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I'm just looking at the form. We have that form similar to the other form. Yes.
Yeah. Jana Bajaya Gejana Do. 126. Janangadamman. I didn't find the word. Didn't locate.
It's in the are you at the paragraph 455, Sayadaw?
455. Yeah, 455. The last one.
Yes. So and then there is an explanation of the word pañcaviññāṇa sote.
I see.
And then we go to the next sentence. Yati tadanantarang nideso tangso tapatitata and so on.
Desire so the pati dankinji vedana sana asana dati yadi dadanandara nidi so okay yadi dadanandara nidi so dan soda pati dada dadanandara nidi so that or that is the explanation in the Asian Diga. Asian translation is mostly it explains. 455. Then that Anandara, what is that? Adabadipariya Jananga Wasina. Got it. Whether we can get a translation or not. Somebody Janara Sajiva Banakadwaramnani. There is no explanation given. So about this, we have to rely on. Then that is what? Pajaviññāṇa Sodi, it is talking about the stream. Okay. Ita Yathabagunan Gandhan Sajayando Sajaya Sodi, Padidan Genji Wajana Megan Nasan Lekiti. So it means that so if we recite, okay, if we recite a verse, something like a Parida, very we are very familiar with. Okay. Paguna means already learned by heart the words. So why we are reciting Padidan Saja Sodi Padidan Kanji Wajana Mega Nasan Lakiti. So when we are reciting some of the words, some of the meaning of the word, we may not Nasan Lakiti, we may not recognize, we may not remember the meaning, we may not pay attention even to the meaning of some word. But there is no such a something like a forgetfulness for the Buddha. Naja Pañcaviññāṇa Sodi Jananga Bhavo Ida Avajanasa Karanam. So, and also Pañcaviññāṇa Sodi Jananga Abhavo Ida Avajanasaka Na Jakarana. It is another cause. Okay, not the cause. Because it is talking about the why Vidaga in the Sampadejana cannot be counted as jhana fedas. Okay, that point it is explained. But the commentator, what the commentator explains is that very clear. Because it falls on the stream of the Pañcaviññāṇa. So, but here, according to this word, na ja Pañcaviññāṇa Sodi Jananga Bhavo Ida Avajanasa Akarana. This is not the sound reason. It is not the right, not the reason to be giving. So maybe Muladika disagree with the commentator. Buddha Kosa. Yadi Dada Nandara, Lady so, and Soda Badidada. Okay. So in that case, Dada Nandara, Lady so, Dan Nandara. Right after the Jaguviññāṇa or Pañcaviññāṇa Jita. In that case, Dada Nandaran refer to what? Refer to the Sampadejana Jita. Anandara. Dada Nandaran lady so Yes, in this sense that if we use dadanandaran with the accusative, so we can take it as a what? As you assume, that is what? Samrejana jeta. Because something that rise right after the Pañcaviññāṇa is a Samrejana.
And then in fact that clause is very strange, so we have neke so, and then we have tang so tapati tata. So
Yeah.
how do they connect to each other? So neke so is the
yeah. Nede so means indicating.
Yes, so it's the nominative case, right? And
Yeah.
then tang so tapati tata, that is also, I think it's also bhava.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also, is it also in the nominative case?
Yeah, let's read continue there, because that one is not yet a complete sentence. So just have the sentence. Ito paresan dvaina mano viññāṇa dhatuna tang soda paditata nasiya. So yeti in nasiya. So the structure is like that. If you say so, then it will not be. Okay. If you say blah 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 blah, and then it will not be blah blah blah, like that. The structure is yeti and nasiya. Okay. If so, suppose because a commentator said somebody jhana fought in the stream of the Pañcaviññāṇa. That's why it cannot be counted as a jhana fetters. Vidyaga and the Samdhijana cannot be counted as a jhana fetter. There's not only Samdhijana. It will be followed by the Samdhijana, Sandhidana, Vattabana, and so on. Okay. So they are also following in the same stream. Okay, they are Sodapati data, state of being in the same stream. Okay.
Right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the explanation, the translation is okay. What I don't quite understand is in terms of grammar.
Mm.
So in
So
the yeti tadanantarang nide so tang so tapati tata.
Then that is what some words are omitted, understood, I think. So
Because like in the next sentence, we see that tang so tapati tata, that is the subject, right? And that the verb is ya. So that state of the falling into the stream of those things, we would not have that. They would not have that, right? And then
which one?
So the tang so tapati tata nasiya, then there would not be the state. Then in that state, we would not have that state of falling into the stream. Of that for the mano viññāṇa dhatu, those two mano viññāṇa dhatu. So I mean, in terms of grammar, that is fine. The second clause is fine. But in the first clause, it's yadi.
Yeah. Yadi should be, if one grammatical common convention is that if there is a yadi, then we have to add verb siya. Okay, siya we have to add. Understood? Okay, if there is the state of being in the same stream, if the indication of the Sampadejana is the state of what being in the same stream with the Pañcaviññāṇa. Okay, so that will be Yadisiya. Okay, Yadisiya is a kind of a pattern. If there is like this, there will not be like that. Like that. Okay.
Yes, So in the first clause, what is the subject,
Nidhi-so.
Nidhi-so is the subject.
Tadanandara Nidhi-so. Nidhi-so. Indicating, right, indicating right after the what the Cakkū-viññāṇa citta, and so on.
So we have to take the Nidhi-so as the. So we have to take the Nidhi-so as the some kind of a complement to the subject. So Nidhi-so and Dhammasaṅgaṇī, they refer to the same thing, right, Sayadaw?
Sure. Nidhi-so indicating somebody jana. If the indicating somebody jana is the state of the what being in the same stream, yeah.
Then what case is the Tadanantarang, Sayadaw?
Tadanantaran is accusative case in the. We can simply take as is Sambrejana Citta, Manodhatu, Sambrejana Citta, indicating Sambrejana that arise right after the Pañcaviññāṇa. So
okay.
It's like a bhobi. It's a bhobi.
Yeah, so here we should take it.
Yeah, because form is the change. So if you the one significant point here you can take is that Anandara or Dadanandara. If it is a BR like this, we better take as a abyaya, Paṭaka. But if it appear with another another case in this, then you can think another way.
Okay.
But if you want to, that's the claim you, the assumption you make is still valid. Is that so? Leaving aside the grammatical explanations, then you can take it as you say. Tadanandara is referring to the Manodhatu. Okay, Tadanandara referring to the Manodhatu. Manodhatu that arise right after the what? Right after the that happened right after the Cakkū-viññāṇa, and so on accepts this object. That's also workable. So ignoring the Anandara or the Anandara as a what the Sadhanidi's explanation. Okay, this is workable. They're still valid to translate. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because the grammar, in Myanmar we say grammar dada huga yeboya mocha mamaya. Like that, they say grammar is a generalization, not a definite rule.
Yes.
That because they are not ultimate reality.
So Sayadaw.
Yes.
In the in the Atthakatha that sentence, so the subject still the somebody channel, right?
Yeah. Sure. Subject is a somebody channel. So Atthakatha is because and traditionally we take it that Anandara, Dadanandara is located sense, abyaya, Paṭaka. Then we try to find Idhan as the understood the subject. Okay.
So actually, so that in that sentence, the main structure is the Sampadicana accept the visible object and so on. That is the main structure in that sentence, right?
Yes. So then if you take it as a abyaya, when it accept, then right after the Jaku Viññāṇa Citta, right after the Pañcaviññāṇa Citta, it accept. So if you take as a abyaya, so but even if you take it as a normal word, normal form referring to the manodhatu, okay, then still the meaning is there, not lost. You don't lose from the meaning, same meaning.
Yeah, but then, yes, because we in the front, we have the lakkhana, right? The lakkhana says that when those ceases, then this is going to accept those objects.
Yeah. Nirodhesu lakkhana. So it means everything is possible. Meaningful, not possible, it means what? Stay meaningful and also interpretable. So we don't need to stick to the only one rules, but the possibilities are there. So chances are open. Okay. So that makes us a more knowledgeable, right? Otherwise, we will stick to the one explanation only.
Yeah.
So it means opening up our way of thinking. Okay, thank you so much for discussion. So let's conclude by saying Buddha Sasana Jidan Data Do 3 times. Buddha Sasana Jidan Data Do, Buddha Sasana Jidan Data Do, Buddha Sasana Jidan Data Do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Welcome. Good night. Good morning.
Yeah, good night, Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.